Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have Dollar Tree wood slice DIYs. For the first DIY I have this glass and I have some of these long wood slices. I'm putting one of the wood slices behind the glass to hold it so it won't roll over, and then I'm using hot glue to glue these wood slices on, and you need to use a lot of hot glue because some of them fell off and I had to glue them again, but since I used a lot more hot glue they've stayed on fine. And also don't do them, because the glass slopes out the way, don't do them right side by side. They can be side by side at the bottom and then there's going to be a gap at the top where the glass flares out. I made that mistake already and then I had to go back and take them off. Luckily they came off easy, and then change it, and as you'll see there's a gap at the top. If you want to, you can paint the glass first if you don't want to see glass, but once I put the pot in it, it's black anyway, you can't hardly notice, and it's on a shelf where no one is looking at it that closely. So you see there I had some glue on that one. And also these are not all the same size. So I had to put the shorter ones near the back, and then most of them are the same size, and then the longer ones, you'll see me, I had to cut down with the miter shears, but it cut really easily. You could use the hurricane vases from Dollar Tree for this too, if you don't want it to flare out, but I have a couple of these that I've had for years. I never did anything with them, so at least I used one of them now. This was a really quick, easy DIY, it took me 5 minutes. I really love these driftwood pieces, I think they're really pretty. If you hear any noise in the background, I have Ethan right beside me, he's making another plane. He has a flying boat at the end of the video, because you see him making something in one of the clips, and at the very end is his flying boat. So to cover up the base, I decided to use some nautical rope from Dollar Tree, so I'm just going to hot glue that around the very bottom. If you wanted, you could use the white nautical rope, that would look nice too. And this is how it turned out, and I love it, I think it's nice and simple. This is an 8-inch canvas from Amazon, and I will link it down below. And I'm going to use some plaster chalk paint, but since it's almost finished I put some water in it and made it watery, so I'm just going to give this a whitewash. You can choose any colour you like for this. Also, you don't have to water the paint down, and you can also stain it. It's up to you, just make it your own. This is just what I chose to do. I just gave it one quick wash all over, and I dried it with the heat gun. I couldn't remember what it was called. Yeah, I dried it with the heat gun and it dried quite fast. I was so happy when I saw this new wallpaper in Dollar Tree. It's so pretty, and I was so shocked because it was in the one closest to my house, which is awful. But they've totally revamped it. The craft aisle is all changed around and it's the whole aisle now, and it looks so good. Usually when I go in there, there's stuff all over the floor. The shelves are bare. It's definitely looking really good. I didn't have a time to have a good look around it. I just had a peek and then I saw this and I had to get it. So I'm just measuring it and then I'm going to cut it out and stick it inside the canvas. It's really pretty. It's got green and then it's got some blue in it as well. And you could use either of those colours for the frame if you want to. I just wanted to do the whitewash. Because you know what, I love that plaster chalk paint. I have to remember and get some more when I go to Walmart. I'm going to use some Dollar Tree Super Glue wood glue. You can use hot glue or any wood glue of your choice. And then I have these other wood slices and the ones that I used in the last DIY. And I'm just going to glue them around the outside of this frame. That canvas looks really pretty just like that without the wood on it. So if you wanted, there's a DIY. But since it's a wood slice DIY video, I am going to add more to it. Once that is all dry, I decided to add this wee hanger that was from something from Dollar Tree. I can't remember what, but I'm just going to screw that into the back. You can use some twine and some popsicle sticks and some hot glue if you want to. And this is how it turned out, and I think it turned out really pretty. I love how that wood looks with that wallpaper. This is one of the wee drawers from Dollar Tree. I couldn't find these for so long. But I eventually found them a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to use them a couple of times in this video. But I'm only going to use the outside part for this. And then I'm going to take some of that wallpaper. You can use any of the Dollar Tree wallpapers for this. Or for these DIYs. And then I'm just going to measure out, draw around each side. Once I've drawn 4 of them, I'm going to cut them out with some scissors. I need 4 because there's 4 sides. If you have a paper slicer, you could use that. I do have one, but it's easier just to do this than go find it. And now I'm just going to stick them to each side and just making sure the pattern goes the way I want to. Sometimes it is hard to get the corner of the sticker. So the one that has the piece in the middle that you can just pull off, I wish it was like that over the whole sticker. I have some more of these wood slices, so I'm gonna hot glue 2 on each corner, like on either side of the corner. Yeah, and make sure you measure it against the box because some are shorter and some are longer. Have you seen these wood slices in your Dollar Tree? I only saw them in one, so I grabbed a few of them, not knowing what I was gonna do with them, but I did end up having some ideas, so I had to make this whole video. There is 2 DIYs at the end, which are previous ones, but I wanted to include them because you might not watch those videos, so you'll see them here. If you wanted to, you could cut down the driftwood pieces, like for the top and the bottom of this, and fit them in and make it like a frame around the wallpaper. So it'll be like a frame on each side. So here I have 4 of the other wood slices and I'm just going to use them for feet. And I just hot glued those in place. And this is how it turned out, and I think it turned out really cute. I'm using some Dollar Tree Super Glue wood glue, but you can use hot glue if you want to. And I have 4 of these drawers, and I'm just going to glue them together. And I did work out how they would look the best, so that, because you know they're not all the same size, so that they wouldn't be like bits sticking out the side, like the corners sticking out the side and the top would be flat. I also wanted them to be flush at the front, but they're not at the back. I took the drawers out, and then I'm going to give it a wash with some plaster chalk paint and some water. And I just did the outside and the fronts of the frame, and then I did the sides and the inside of the boxes. You can stain this or paint this any colours that you like. If you don't like this whitewash, then just choose what you do like and change it and make it your own. So I'm just doing the front. Didn't do inside. You can do inside if you want to, but I don't see the point. And then I just dried it off with my heat gun. I will link that down below as well. It's handy for drying paint. And then here I did the sides, but I also did the inside as well, but I didn't show it. And I'm going to use this wallpaper again. Now I did this already with the leftover wallpaper from the last DIY, but I messed it up because the drawers are all different sizes, so you have to make sure you put the right one back in the right box. So I numbered them, and then I drew around them, and I numbered which piece of wallpaper is going to go on which drawer. And then I'm just cutting it out with some scissors. So off camera I wrote the numbers of the drawers on the drawers and then on the wallpaper. And if there's any excess hanging off the sides, you can just trim it down with your scissors. And then I just made sure it was all pressed down. And see, I put that in the wrong I put it in the wrong space. So you just repeat this with all the drawers. I also wanted the pattern on the drawers to match up like it does on the wallpaper. You see there, like it carries on from one drawer to the next drawer. And then the pattern will carry on the drawers above. I know lots of people have made these drawers before, but I wanted to show you that you can use the wood slice pieces for it. And also it looks so pretty with this wallpaper. So just finishing up the last drawer. And now I'm using these wood slices for wee handles, and I'm just using hot glue to stick them down. And now I have 2 of the long wood slices, and I'm just hot gluing one to each side of this, and this is the feet. And this is how it turned out, and I think it turned out so cute. I have another 8 by 8 8-inch canvas from Amazon, and I'm going to use the plaster chalk paint again, and I've watered it down, and I am just painting this frame with it just the same as I did the last one. Again, you can make this any color you want. You guys can let me know in the comments down below if you would do the whitewash, or you would make it totally white, or stain it, what colors you would use, or even if you would even make this DIY. The wood pieces I'm going to use for this DIY was hard to come up with something for these ones, but I did manage to make 2 DIYs with them. So I'm going to use some Dollar Tree Super Glue wood glue, and these are the ones I'm talking about. So I am just slotting them in, all facing the same way, going around the inside of this frame. I had to think about that one. Yeah, I'm just making sure they are all going the same way and they all fit in and look how I want them to look. And then when I'm happy, I glue them in place with the wood glue. You can use hot glue if you want to. I'd love to know if you guys have any ideas on what else I could do with these, because I have some left. Well, actually I only have 4 left, but I'll get some more. And once that's dry, I'm just going to use this starfish from Dollar Tree to put in the middle and keep it nice and simple, but you can put whatever you like inside yours. And then I'm going to measure the middle of it and screw in this wee hanger. And it's a wee hanger from something from Dollar Tree. And this is how it turned out, and I think it's nice. Simple, neutral wall decor. Have another one of these canvases, and I'm gonna use the plaster chalk paint again, and I watered it down again. And I won't show you me painting the whole thing because it's just the same as I did the last couple times. And I'm going to use some Dollar Tree Super Glue wood glue. So I had one of these wee round ones left, so I was like, what can I do with it? So I decided to make a flower with these wood pieces, but the other wood pieces. So once it looks how I want it to look, I'm happy with that. Then I go and glue it down with the wood glue. And I keep swapping them out. And then when I'm totally happy, I glue it down for real. So you can also make the frame any color you want. You could probably paint the wood pieces as well. I don't want to paint them, I think they look so nice this color. But anyway, this was a really easy DIY. And then when it was dry, I just did the same things the other two. I measured the middle and then I made a wee hole, and then I screwed in the wee screw for the hanger. It was another one from Dollar Tree, and this is how it turned out, and I love how this one turned out as well. So you need exactly 1 pack of the 72 block tower block packs for this, and then some wood glue. And here I am just making squares. So I'm only showing 12 here, but I did make 18, but you could just make it with 12 if you wanted to. But you gotta make a perfect square, and you can see the pattern that I used. And then I have some plaster chalk paint. And I am just dry brushing the chalk paint all over the blocks. You could make it first if you wanted to, but I was going to do something else with it, but that didn't work out. So here's all my 18 blocks, and I am just gluing them together like this. So you want them to be 4 squares high and then 3 squares across at the bottom. And I'm just going to keep gluing them so that you can see how I made it. And in the last clip you saw Ethan making his boat, and that was in my last tower block DIY video. This is what this is from, but I used the wood slices in it, so I wanted to include it in this video to give you guys more ideas in case you didn't watch my tower block video. And if you want to see his boat, you have to go watch that video. This video he made a flying boat. So I don't know how often Ethan's DIYs are going to appear in the videos. It just depends on if he is home when I'm DIYing and he wants to hang out and make stuff. But he was so happy to see it on the TV. He couldn't wait to make something else to show you guys. So here I have these dominoes from Dollar Tree, and they are made of wood. So I'm just gluing them down so the wood side shows through the squares. You could use the jumbo craft sticks from Walmart. I'm sure they would fit if you can't find these dominoes. I did get them a few years ago and the kids were playing with them and I took them off them. Because I thought, what am I going to put on the back of this? And then I remembered about these, but I'll just get them some more because there'll be proper dominoes at Dollar Tree, I'm sure. I mean, they played with them like 3 times or something. So I'm just going to keep gluing them, and then I trimmed down any ones that were going to be too big with these wee shears that I got from Dollar Tree. You can use scissors if you want, but I don't know where my big scissors are. So once all that's dry, I have another one of these wee hangers from Dollar Tree, and I'm just screwing that in the top. You can always make a twine hanger if you want to, if you don't have one of these. And it was so fiddly. The screw did not want to go in. So I'm just making sure I get rid of any excess glue. And then I have these round wood slices, and I'm just going to glue one in each square. If you don't have these, you could do other things with this. Someone said put wee pictures in it, another person said put cork and make it a bulletin board. It's up to you what you want to do with it. And this is how it turned out, and I really like how this one turned out actually. It's just a simple piece of wall decor. This was one of my Easter DIYs, but I wanted to include it because I used the wood slices. So I have this sign from Dollar Tree and these wee wooden bunnies, and I'm just positioning 6 of them, trying to make sure they're equally spaced. And then I'm just going to hot glue them in place. And this was a really easy, quick DIY to make as well. You can colour the bunnies and stuff if you want to, and put some scrapbook paper behind them. Lots of different things you can do, but I just wanted to keep it neutral and simple. So once they're glued down, I'm just going to hot glue these round wood slices underneath each bunny. You can use wood glue for this too if you want to, but to be quick I just use the hot glue. Then I have these letters, I'll link them down below, they're from Amazon, and I just spelled out the word Easter, and I just hot glued a letter to each of the wood slices. And this is how it turned out, and it turned out really cute, I think. So this is Ethan's flying boat. He's gonna be so excited. He kept asking me, "You're gonna put it in the video, you're gonna put it in the video." So I've put it in so you guys can see. But let me know which one of these DIYs was your favourite. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!